One of the things I was told when I was dead, when I had my near-death experience, was that, um, in our final iteration, we won't have cells. We won't be so large. A lot of people describe um, heaven and hell both as being much, much larger than this world. And one of the ways that occurs is we are much, much smaller. And yet they describe us as much bigger with much more sensory capacity in both realms. And that's, there are limits to the possibilities of the physiological that we are put together with. So that sets us up for the idea that we're going to be put together in a different way. I was told that the elements were a construct, that the five elements of space, earth, or space, wind, um, fire, water, and earth are inventions that somebody invented, and that to be allowed to use them, you have to be suitable to the person who invented them, who may have gone on. And so the um, the existence, though, our consciousness is not made of the elements. The elements are tied to the senses, which are a stabilized form. He told me that he stabilized the senses so that we'd be able to communicate with one another, and so that there would be common ground between all beings. And it may be that not every being has 5 or 6 senses that or access to them, the capacity to experience them. There might be more senses than that in some places that we can't conceptualize, that we can't understand as we are. And so we have these different experiences that we have that are sufficient. Not everything that is on my test is on your test. Not everything that's on your test is on my test. We are judged for very minute moments in our lives, and there are different examples that are given to different people if they have an intermediate experience, which may not be the final answer, but it's definitely a meaningful thing. That I was told that being smarter didn't make people more successful here or in the hereafter, and that teaching people to submit and teaching people not to submit could cause problems. So I think about that. I think about people who've chosen their reward in this world, and this is a very rewarding time. This is one of the most easiest times of living that it ever occurs. That the circumstances are very easy even for me. And even though I have reduced, now I've got Fire TV, I've had the cell phone for a long time, and we've had internet for a long time. So we have the different things. However, they haven't really improved bifocals in over 300 years or 250 some years. But or maybe they have, but I just can't afford it. So that is something that every everybody has their challenges. Everybody has different different capacity to understand different hurdles to overcome. Sometimes, if it's not in us to overcome something, it may not be on our test to do so. We're here to overcome what we're supposed to overcome, to submit to what we're supposed to submit to endure what we're supposed to endure, to change what we can change, what we're supposed to change. Who knows how much that is? So that is something that you should think about on a day-to-day basis. When things are causing anxiety, when things are causing depression, and whatever those things may be, an internal imbalance, a karmic accumulation, pish posh, potato tomato, you know, how we spend that time matters. And you know, I feel like part of my issue is I've been successful with my meditation and I'm dejected with the world. And being largely unsupervised during this time is a little bit dangerous. So I say a lot of prayers.